Good morning, friends. International Day of Happiness is celebrated on the 20th day of March. It was established by the United Nations General Assembly on 28 June 2012. The day aims to make people around the world realize the importance of happiness in public policies and practices, as well as within their own lives. The United Nations organized the first ever conference on happiness and well-being in 2012. It was then that it was decreed that International Day of Happiness will be observed every year. It was first celebrated in 2013 as well. The General Assembly of the United Nations has thus invited its member states and organizations to observe the day. It has invited all international, regional and national organizations, non-governmental organizations, civil society and individuals to follow in suit. The fact that all 193 member states of the United Nations have opted for International Day of Happiness underlines the worldwide importance of happiness. The member states have adopted a resolution calling for happiness to be given greater priority as well. To peep into the history a little more, on 19 July 2011, the United Nations General Assembly had passed as a resolution, Happiness Toward a Holistic Approach to Growth. This was an initiative of Jayme Illien, the then Prime Minister of Bhutan, a country that has famously pursued the target of gross national happiness since the 1970s. The idea of International Day of Happiness was proposed at the United Nations General Assembly by Jayme Illien in 2011. He was founder of Happytalism and was supported by Luis Gallardo, President of the World Happiness Foundation. Jayme Illien had run a campaign at the United Nations from 2006 to 2012 to encourage and advance the primacy of happiness, well-being and democracy. He wanted the United Nations General Assembly to promote happiness economics around the world by improving the economic development of all countries. The United Nations General Assembly adopted a resolution in 2011 which recognized then happiness as a fundamental human goal. It also called for a more inclusive, equitable and balanced approach to economic growth which promotes the happiness and well-being of all peoples. In 2015, the United Nations launched 17 Sustainable Development Goals to make the lives of the people happier still. Eradicating poverty, reducing inequality, and protecting our planet are the main development goals. Engaging with a system of education and with activities that contribute raising public awareness was considered in a major way too. The United Nations General Assembly placed a great emphasis on the little things that make people happier and more fulfilled in life. Doing things that make you happy, spreading happiness to others, and enjoying the nature around you are a few of such little things that are of great importance. The word happiness comes from the Old Norse term hap, meaning luck or chance. Happiness is an emotional state characterized by feelings of joy, satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment. Happiness is a positive feeling that emerges from enjoying one's own company and from living in harmony and peace in body, mind, and spirit. Good quality relationships are vital to happiness. Making gratefulness a habit, repairing torn relationships, and spending time with loved ones are a few of the tips for enhancing the degree of happiness in relationships. Social networking is another way to connect with others. Happiness is a universal aspiration in the lives of all. Happiness is a way of being and a way of living. Serving individuals, communities, governments, and society brings happiness. Happiness is a divine quality. Well, the best quality the humans can have. Happiness is one of the best gifts that you can give to others and to the world. It can be observed without difficulty that a profound shift in attitudes is underway all over the world. A large number of people tend to recognize that progress should be about increasing human happiness and well-being and not just growing the economy. Our happiness is part of something bigger. We are a social species. We thrive when we are connected to others. The modern society leaves out more and more people feeling disconnected, isolated, and lonely. This cannot be justified in any way. Dr. Mark Williamson says, "The world is a better place when we connect with and care about the people around us." Happiness is a new paradigm for human development. Happiness is a path toward achieving the sustainable development goals too. Commercial images are not going to make us happy in a lasting way. Social images have to take the place of commercial images. More often than not, material things are fake images of happiness. Being happy contributes to a healthy lifestyle. It reduces stress and pain, boosts up the immune system, and protects general well-being. Our happiness does not depend on others. It is in our own hands. We require learning ways and means of remaining happy in spite of all odds in life. Besides, those people in our communities who do so much to bring happiness to others are really happy heroes. They are our role models who should boost us up. As per the World Happiness Index 2021, published by Sustainable Development Solutions Network to the United Nations, Finland stands as the happiest country in the world. Denmark, Switzerland, and Iceland follow Finland in being happy. Afghanistan is ranked the saddest country in the world. India has secured the rank 139, a sharp collapse of 25% from 111 in 2013. Friends, what is happening to our dear country? Why are we Indians unhappy? And even unhappier, that too to this extent? No doubt, there is a steady increase in the overall scientific development in India. But there is a sharp collapse of happiness due to the shrinking of the social space. Well, friends, the communal divide, the discrimination, the manipulation, the atrocities, the hate speeches, the lies, the rapes and the like have to be watched over. Individual happiness alone will not suffice. Social happiness is required too. Material development alone is not enough. Ethical and spiritual development is needed, and even much more. On the occasion of International Day of Happiness 2022, on behalf of Institute of Harmony and Peace Studies, New Delhi, I wish to make a strong appeal to my fellow humans in India and world over. Let us learn to remain happy in life at any cost and give due honor to the divine power. Friends, let us take the responsibility of being happy ourselves and making others happy. Let us make our country and the larger society happier and still happier. With these words, I wish every one of you warm greetings of the International Day of Happiness. Be happy and spread happiness all over. Thank you.